Be sure to knead each bag of icing before you begin decorating. This will ensure that your icing doesn't separate when you squeeze on the bag. Trim off the tip of the bag and outline the cookie. Fill in the empty space of the cookie, starting from the outline and working your way to the middle. Try not to leave any empty space as you fill in the cookie. Use the toothpick to even out the icing. You can also gently shake the cookie to help the icing settle in. Take 2 of the rectangle pieces and outline and fill them in. The third piece will stay blank. Make sure you don't decorate it or you might run out of brown icing. I add a thick squiggle line down the middle of the cookie. This helps the icing stay puffy when filling in large areas. Let the icing set for a minute or two, and then use the toothpick to give the piece some rustic texture. Outline the handle of the saw, adding a section in the middle that you will leave empty. Let the handle dry for a bit before starting the next section. Outline and fill in with gray icing. Don't forget to knead the bag again before you get started. Outline and fill in the bottom of the screwdriver. Let this section dry for a bit before adding the gray icing to the top. Outline and fill in the handle of the hammer. Let it dry for a bit before adding the next section of gray. Add one section at a time for the top of the hammer. This adds dimension to your cookie. Outline and fill in the rest of the hammer. For the wrench, add a rectangle and an oval section before adding the outline. We will leave these 2 sections blank. Fill in the wrench, leaving the middle sections empty. Let your cookies dry overnight. You can leave them on a tray uncovered. Day 2 of decorating. Be sure to knead the bag of black icing before cutting off the tip of the bag. Use the black icing to add details to the tools. Be creative. You don't have to do the same things that I'm doing. Add details to the handle on the hammer. Outline the oval on the wrench. Then add a line and a few squiggles to the open rectangle. Now it's time to assemble the toolbox. You will need a few cans to hold your pieces in place. Gather the toolbox pieces and your black icing bag. Outline the top and bottom of the blank piece with a thick line of black icing. Place cans on both sides to hold the pieces in place. Outline the sides and bottom of the end pieces and glue them in place with icing. Once the black icing has dried, carefully slide the dowel in place. You can use the black icing to fill in the seams if you want. This will help hold everything together. Give the box and the tools about an hour to dry, and then you can put the tools inside. Be sure to share a picture of your project. I hope you had fun.